What's up, guys? Welcome back to Landscaping to the Point. We are back. It's been a couple weeks because of the holiday, but we are back. We're stronger. We're probably healthier. I don't know. It's been late. It's been a long day. It's been a long week, actually. So we're back, and I want to welcome back Josh underneath me, my co-host, and JC down at the bottom. He's always down there having fun. No matter where anybody's at on this list, we're always having fun. So. All right, we're back. So what's been going on? Josh has been having some fun with getting shit together for the year, and JC's been having fun. I know I've been having fun. So what's going on, fellas?
Tons of fun everywhere for everybody, man. It's been a busy last couple weeks, but nonetheless, progress is getting done. Weather's changing. And we're on the live stream at night, which is a little different from usual.
Yeah, it is not. It's very different to be on at night over morning time. I think Josh got to sleep in. That's why we didn't get to do it this morning.
I did. I was up crying all night because of the way the season's gone. So I needed a little bit of time to regroup and get my manhood back. And
it just started.
You got to make it.
Man, it's fucking September.
It's fall season. It's fall season.
He felt so bad. He went to the barbershop and got a makeover. Looking pretty good, man. Pretty dapper, bro.
I figured
he didn't go to the barbershop. He went to the beauty salon.
Like a broad.
Did you get your nails done too while you were there?
I did, right there.
Oh, Brightstone says it's been raining all week and they've had 10 inches. Welcome everybody on Instagram.
10 inches of rain?
Yeah, 10 inches of rain for the whole week. That's amazing. And then Ricky says, yo, what's up? So, hey, Ricky, what's going on? I think that's interesting. I think it's been raining a lot down south. I know we are in a drought, real bad drought up here. I don't know about you guys over there where your guys are. It's been dry for the last couple of weeks. We're now starting to get some skips in. So, I mean, we're getting some other stuff done. We still got a lot of landscaping to do. So, who knows? I mean, hopefully we get some rain here before winter. So
I think it's around the corner for us because I got on the Mass Pike yesterday to head to a birthday party. And I thought it was mid to end of October with all the foliage starting to turn. It was insane. You know, usually you don't see that till October. And I was like, holy shit. That means that the rain's just not too far out for the Northeast when the fall gets in.
Wow. Yeah. So, was it cold this morning? I know we had 40s last night and the night before and 60s during the day. Cold where you guys are?
It's
like 49 this morning.
Yeah.
It was about 49.
We had a few nights in like the upper 40s, but it goes, I mean, it's one of those where like you start the day in a hoodie and then, you know, within by 8 o'clock you're in a t-shirt.
Wow. Yeah, I know. I mean, it's but I know the heat's coming back for us, so it'll be real interesting for us.
It's that pumpkin spice season for everyone.
Yeah. I'm not into that pumpkin spice stuff. I don't know about you guys. I mean, you probably are. Josh has probably already had like 14 of them this morning.
I can't touch that shit, dude.
You don't tell them to put just a little dash in your coffee? Come on.
Dude, I don't need nothing pumpkin, dude. I put pumpkins on my fucking porch for Halloween. That's about it. That's about it, dude. Nah, dude. But not like we usually get like it's weird. Like you get like what we call false fall to begin of September sometimes, and then like I don't know if it's like PC, but like you get like an Indian summer come like the beginning of October where all of a sudden you get like this spurt of like hot October weather and then usually drops back down the end of October for a little bit. So
yeah, it's very interesting. I mean, it's gonna be very interesting in the next couple of weeks. I know we're pushing for our fall stuff right now. Some of our snow removals come in, so I think we're getting ready to keep pushing for the next couple of months. So that'll be a big thing. So you guys, Josh is probably ready to go. He's ready to go for he's ready to start next season. I know he is. He's ready.
I'm
to go.
done. This season fucking sucked, dude. I'm not going to. This season fucking rode a big fat donkey dick. Like, it was just bad. But no, yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready to close it up. Unfortunately, not unfortunately, but you know, the bulk of our work came now, so we got a lot to do. And because of that weather, like I said, going up the Mass Pike the other day and seeing the foliage, we've been talking because the temperatures have been cooler and the rain's coming in and some of the hotter days. I think it's going to be an early leaf drop than what we typically get out here. Usually we get like a quick leaf drop, you know, in September, beginning of October. We don't start losing our leaves anymore till like November, into November. You know, usually you were done by like beginning of November, you were cleaned up, you know, like all the oak trees and maple trees would drop by Thanksgiving. You're done. Now it seems like you're still going out in December and doing them. So we got about 30 commercial cleanups to do between mid-October, mid-November, and then getting everything staged, prepared for snow, moved out, upgraded. You know, that's the plan for this week and next week, is to go through all the pushes and plows to start, change the fluid, change the shoes, adjust cutting edges, what needs to be welded, get those out to their homes for the next few years, and then bring equipment in, service it, and then get it up to where it needs to go. And then salters down, plugged in, ready to go.
Yeah, we're gonna have people put in the comments. We should take a poll. What this year was? Was it average? Was it better than expected, or was it worse than expected? That'd be a good question on a poll.
Yeah. Anybody on Instagram or on Facebook or YouTube listening right now, let us know. Like, what do you think? I mean, has it been a good year for you? Has it not been a good year for you? Like JC said, has it been above average? Has it been average? Josh hasn't been doing good. Brightstone says, what is this thing called snow? I mean, he's down in Orlando, so I mean,
it snows down there now, doesn't it?
I know you're gonna get snow down there, Brightstone. Don't worry, you're gonna get snow, man. It's coming this year.
Bro, I give those Florida dudes props. Like when I went down there, right, to Disney, I would watch, and the amount of fucking rain they get in just like an hour would put guys to bed for the day up here. I sat there and watched the landscape crew start cutting the area, the resort that I was in, disappear for a half an hour. And I'm talking like it was like monsoon type shit flowing out. And then all of a sudden, 10 minutes after it was done raining, they're back out there doing it again, scraping the decks as they go. I was like, damn, dude, these guys don't fuck around down there.
No, they don't. No, I mean, I know when I was down there with Pablo, I mean, it rained a couple times, and he said it was just like you just stop, get in the trailer or truck, and sit for 5-10 minutes, and jump back right at it. So I mean, that's amazing that
they must.
Like you said you can go down there and just keep cutting.
They must have to scrape their decks like 5 times more than we do up here.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, just think of the blades too. They go through a shitload of blades because it's more sandier down there than up here. So I mean, think about how many blades they go through. I mean, I know they go through a crap load of blades compared to us. You know, we'll sharpen blades, but our blades aren't going to just disappear after a couple, weeks or so. So, I mean, that's got to be a big difference down there too. I mean, besides the scraping, the rain. I mean, you're putting a lot more hours on your machine too. I mean, you're mostly mowing, 12 months out of the year. So if not, every week, at least every other week. So yeah, it's a definite difference. Brightstone says, I visited Pablo. I didn't come. Yeah, I'm sorry. I visited Pablo. I didn't know where you were at, Brightstone. I put it out there that I was there, but nobody wanted to answer me back. So
you only visited Pablo for about an hour, didn't you?
Oh, yeah, an hour and a half. So, I mean, we did a lot of videotaping and chit-chatting and, I mean, had dinner real quick and hopped back out to doing some other stuff. So, it was a very interesting time. So, all right. Yeah, I was on vacation. My wife wouldn't let me go more than an hour and a half away, but, I mean.
She knows you disappear for the fucking day. That's why.
She knows me. She knows me. If I go talk to somebody, I'm gone for like hours and probably 24 hours if I say I'm going for like a couple hours. So she limited it. She sent one of my kids with me so that way she knew I was going to come back. So, yeah, Brightstone says they scrape the decks every day, switch the blades a few times a week. So there you go, guys. I mean, yeah, I mean that's a lot more than I know me right now. I mean, I think I've scraped them once a week, maybe, if not. I mean, daily's different. So Josh, now that you got back into to residential and commercial mowing, how's it been this year for you on commercial mowing? Has it been better for you, income wise?
It's mowing. Some contracts that we got were more lucrative than others. But we're not really doing. I think we got one residential that we take care of that's up the street from the shop, and
Okay.
he's a pretty cool dude, so he's pretty lenient, laid back. And it's, dude, honestly, it just in general, it's been a shitty year. Like, for anybody that like has talked to me and knows me knows that like we're predominantly hardscaping construction, and did a little bit of the maintenance on the side. We transitioned over and kind of got rid of that part of the business. Started bringing it back last year because we started to see the decline in inquiries and traffic for the hardscape. And I got to tell you, man, I mean, I haven't gotten shit for inquiries. I mean, granted, I haven't tossed a lot of money into marketing, but the word of mouth was always there. There were a lot more new companies that popped up this year. But it just, the volume wasn't there in any of the hardscape, man. We barely did shit. I'm going to say on the development side and the commercial construction side, a lot of that had to do with interest rates. People aren't borrowing commercial money. We had a lot of new development, new construction that kind of put a lot of their jobs on hold because the funding wasn't there. They're trying to keep money, move money internally, where maybe they sell a property or refi a property, but with rates so high right now and it being election year, I think next year is probably going to be the better result. If they drop the rate with the Fed, and depending on the outcome of the election and whatnot, I mean, it's always the same bullshit when it becomes an election year. You deal with this shit. So
Yeah.
So, but all in all, it's maintenance was there. We do it. It's keeping our head above water right now. I haven't looked at my numbers. I don't know where I am. I would say we're probably right at what we typically do without as much construction as we did. It's not as projected. I'm off probably about like 30-ish% of where I had us last year as projected revenue. So, we felt it the end of last year. A lot of guys were saying I was crazy. I had to put more money into marketing. I've talked to several companies in my area, outside of my area, that are all in different industries too, in the trades, different industries that are all starting to feel the press of just the economy and the way things are going right now. So it'll bounce back. It always does. It's not that tell all. It's just we've always heard of pivoting and doing what you got to do. We're doing it, and being a little bit frugal with the dollars we spend now. So anxious to get into snow season, and then right now I'm sitting here. I'm already making notes for next year as far as SOPs that we're gonna implement next year and ways we're changing. So
Okay. So do you feel it's been more beneficial since the hardscaping isn't going that way well this year by going into the mowing side, maintenance side?
No.
And
to be honest with you, we did it because we had to do it. It's what keeps food on the table right now.
Right.
I'm not a big maintenance guy. I hate to pivot back and forth. We knew we were going to have to go back into maintenance because that was the direction, that was demand in our service areas for the snow. They want you to do the mow and the snow, and kind of came hand in hand, which we wouldn't mind putting more investment. I didn't want to go as deep into it as I had to do this year, where it's taking up probably about 80% of our time.
Okay.
We got a lot of other stuff we're doing as far as land clearing, tree trimming, small construction jobs and stuff. Like they're doing some concrete work and some catch basin work in Boston this week, along with the maintenance and stuff. But it's not where I wanted to go, but I had to pivot. I had to do what I got to do to keep the company going, keep things alive. I could have sat there and bitched a mow that was no work in and took low margin work, but I refused to drop my numbers. And that's what I see a lot of you fuckers doing right now, is because COVID, I hate saying it like this, but COVID was a blessing in fucking disguise for a lot of people to get your numbers, or at least your labor rate, where it needed to be. Guys that were working for you were starting to make a fair wage because they were demanding wages to come up during COVID and work. You were able to then forward that to the customer and say, hey, rather than the $70 now I've been charging for 37 years, I can now charge $150 and pay this fucking $35 an hour a year. And now, because people have their backs against the wall and rates are high, people aren't borrowing money, guys are dropping their numbers again, man. It's fucking stupid. It's a backward step. And it's not everybody, but I see it in a lot of markets. I talked to a lot of different people throughout the region, throughout the country, and it seems to be the same thing. And I get it, guys are freaking out because they can't feed things. It's a hard point. You got to do what you got to do to keep your business full, but don't go backwards, man. Don't go backwards.
Right.
No matter what you do, don't go backwards.
Don't go backwards. Yeah. So, are you looking more to the future to add more services, or to kind of just push more marketing and try to get back into more of the hardscaping?
The hardscape is definitely going to be there, like, and that'll be our bread and butter.
Right.
Again, it's going to be more on the new development and cookie cutter residential. I'm not looking to do $100,000 backyards.
Right.
My niche I go for residential is anywhere from $10,000 to $35,000 backyards that can be in and out of there in a few days. And then on the commercial new development side, anywhere from like 50 to 200, 250,000 to hardscape and plantings or whatnot. So again, that stuff is backburner because a lot of stuff, the funding wasn't there. Companies kind of pumped the brakes on what they were doing. Again, commercial money is high interest rate to borrow right now. Guys don't want to do it. So they try to internalize it moving around. If you can't do it, you can't do it. Listen, I told you guys, the biggest quote I've ever written, $1.3 million, was written through and approved. It got back handled now. So it went back into rebid. Is almost like it was a pre-bid prior. I went back into a rebid because they have to cut it down. They cut it down. Now they have to submit it and they have to move properties around in order to get the money going because they don't want to go to the banks for the money.
Right.
I was excited for that one too.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think we won't add the service, but I think we're gonna start niching down, and going after the maintenance / snow accounts that we want, where it's going to be more or less like I really don't. It's going to be 100% commercial for the maintenance. Maybe some residential if it's higher end maintenance residential where we're actually getting the money we need to run the company on that side.
Right.
But I don't want to go into a place and cut grass and trim bushes if we're not doing the snow. So it's going to be more of spending, the beginning part of the year chasing the landscape accounts and also selling the snow on the fact that, hey, we'll kind of take care of everything in the exterior for you. It falls under our umbrella, and then that's that. And then on the new construction side, hardscape and planting.
Right. I think that's a good plan. I mean, that's a good way to look at it.
How do you find those types of customers though, like that want the whole entire package year round? Old school.
It's probably an easy way to do it. I network with a lot of people. If I do see a construction site of like new development being built, obviously the landscape package will be sold, but I usually go in and leave a card asking if anybody's bid on the maintenance of the snow. And a lot of it's cold calling, just putting, going like we do. We're one of the new North Shore. We have 6 or 7 accounts up there that are brand new to us this year. What I'll be doing is in January going down and getting the names of the management companies and jumping on the phone call and emailing them and getting on at least getting on their bid list. So the bid list comes out, I can at least put a package together.
You think it's easier to cold call them or to go, to the building and find out who's in charge?
Cold call, waste of time going to the building. Too much time, too much effort. You're not getting paid for it. Again, half the time they're not there. They're working remotely, or it's one person that might not be able to talk to you. Most of the time, they don't want to talk to you because they're dealing with 10 to 15 other contractors that are trying to get the same bid. So you go in, and when I say I'm going after them, like I'm going to get 30 to 100 different management company names and email them, and I'm probably only going to get 2 or 3 of them, that might give me the job or bid back onto me. So,
Josh, what advice would you give to someone new that is doing cold calling for the first time that may be nervous? It's kind of like calling and asking that girl out on the phone, but like
Josh doesn't do that no more.
No, you text now, but no, seriously, like for somebody that's kind of getting their foot in the door and is trying to get these commercial bids that are like year round, sort of like you, what advice would you give them to go into doing cold calls?
Script it and anticipate the answers you're going to be, the questions you're going to be asking, experience, what you've done, what you can do, practice, and it's like, don't reinvent the wheel and try to be too suave, but it's going to be the same responses to every company, cookie cutter, simplify it. Don't go crazy. Have everything answered. Even, have like a little book with exactly your statements. Answer the questions before they're asked. Who you are, what you do, where you've been, how long you've been in business, the type of snow removal and landscaping you do, what you can guarantee, blah, blah, blah. Put it together in an email and reach out to them,
Yeah.
Okay. That's awesome.
Because that could be super nervous for somebody that's like the first time doing it,
Yeah, but
Shoot your shot.
it's like you said, though. It's like, you go out to a girl, you're scared. After you do it a few times, you kind of get over that fear. You know what I mean? And you learn to accept rejection. For every 100 phone calls or bids you're going to make, you're not going to get all of them. You might get 10 of them. And dude, I get rejected all the time. Are you kidding me? I've had doors close in my face. I've had people laugh at me. I've had people ignore me. And this is when I would go up to the doors and people ignore me and say, no, send me an email, blah, blah, blah. And that's kind of how I played. I have a very simple landing page for a website, small social media presence, but like a plethora of references if needed, and that's kind of what it does. Is here's what we do, and we have the references to get it back. And I have the names of the corporations that we work with to show that I have proof of it. I have, from big national companies to regional management companies to direct ownership that will write up referrals and allow me to give out their numbers for no problem. So a little harder when you're starting out to do that, but I mean, it's gift to gab practice,
Right.
I've said it on like every fucking episode. Like the AI, the chat GBT can literally give you a fucking script of like, hey, calling property management companies for landscape management. Can you give me a script? And it will write it out. And obviously, like you kind of paraphrase through it and fix it how you want to word it to how you speak, but it fucking does it for you, man.
It's crazy. That's crazy.
Yeah, that is crazy. So do you feel by having it all scripted and cold calling, and like you said, you're not a big social media presence. So do you feel like by having the pictures available on just social media is good, or do you feel like not having the presence is better?
A little bit of both. I guess it depends on the size of your company, and I'm not massive, but I'm relatively known, throughout my circle and my service areas. People aren't like, oh, who's that? But they know the last name and they know what to convert it to. I do think that, I'm about to be 40. You guys are in your 50s. So
50s? Where do you come up with this shit? 50s, come on.
But think of this, right? Think of this. A lot of the baby boomers are retiring, right?
Right.
So that means a lot of those jobs are going to be filled. And I know they're having a hard time filling those jobs.
Right.
But a lot of the younger generation is starting to come in to fill those roles, whether it be in property management, and millennials are moving up in their respective roles to where the baby boomers were. Right. So the way that even a younger millennial would look at it would be, hey, they are going to social media to see what that company is about, rather than going through and calling references. They're trying to see social proof, right? So I do believe that that's going to have a big factor over the next 10 to 15 years, where people, I mean, dude, even myself, when I'm looking something up, I'll Google online, I'll look at Google reviews, but then I go right to Facebook or Instagram. I'm not on. I have TikTok. I don't use it. I think that's a younger generation. But I think the Instagram, Facebook, a lot of the social proof is there.
Right. So do you feel okay? Since we're talking more about that, with all the social media, do you think that it's easier to have just a couple and capitalize on them, or to try to get into everyone and put yourself out there?
That's a full-time job, man. Trying to manage like one account alone, like whether it's Instagram or like Facebook. I know a lot of people still kind of use Facebook, but it's not as popular for like personal stuff.
Right.
It's a lot, man, especially if you're doing like YouTube as well too, man, because you're creating content and you're trying to focus on the business. Sometimes you're trying to kill two birds with one stone. You're trying to get some work done and you're shooting film. It could be beneficial to your business based off if you're making a big following on YouTube and getting monetized and all this stuff. But I think, just from my perspective, is if you're going to do the social media, focus on one.
Okay. Josh, your thoughts?
I don't know if the right person to ask that.
You have Instagram, so I mean,
As far as a business sense, like I don't. I mean, I again, small presence. I don't post that often. I wish I did post more. I think it is impactful. I think if it were for me, I think I would focus on Instagram and Facebook just because of the age demographic that it attracts.
Right.
Again, TikTok I think is more of a younger generation. The people who are going to spend money, the people that are in management, I think they're more on that Facebook, Instagram way. So I think, and I mean, Instagram feeds into Facebook being the same company. So I mean, you're focusing on one. I do agree with that. I don't think I'd go crazy. YouTube seems more like business to business or provider to provider entertainment. I think a lot of the local landscape and snow management companies around me that are medium to large, I've noticed are starting to make more of a small presence on social media. So I think that's going to make a difference for them. And that just shows the direction it's going.
Right. Do you see yourself, Josh, as you're starting to go from year to year? Do you ever see yourself adding a media person to take care of that stuff for you?
I have to because I'm not going to do it. I try. Like I bought GoPros, I bought attachments, and it doesn't pan out. I'm too much of a cowboy and running around. I don't think it goes. I want to say yeah, but I don't know. Like I care, but I don't.
Right.
I don't have the need to be recognized and known in that aspect. I just want to be, I want my business to run smoothly and successfully. I don't need a lot. I don't need a lot of eyeballs on me. Too many people watching know all the secrets. That's the problem.
Right. Yeah, you got to figure out a way too to stand out amongst the saturated crowd because there's a lot. Over the years, just think about it since like 2016 up until now, how big the lawn care landscape community has gotten, especially with Equip Expo and all these content creators coming up. You really have to do something nowadays to kind of stand out.
Right.
To kind of, grow if that's what you're looking to do, if that's what you're looking to grow your social accounts. But now you got to divert your focus onto that. I mean, what is your goal? Are you trying to increase production and size of your business, or are you trying to create a social media following and do that, or are you trying to do a little bit of both? But you kind of have to make sure you recognize what your goal is and what your main focus is.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I think it's I feel like us as, people in the green industry, and we've been in there for a long time and we've been part of the UAG. I feel like it's hard you're always out there with all the other companies and trying to promote and trying to get their following. But it's like, you have to decipher, is your page more of, to try to show your business? Is it try to show, your followers and try to get the followers? If you're trying to get monetized and get to that following and all that other stuff, is it really benefiting your company in the long run? I think that's where it kind of comes into a factor of which way do you want to go, and a lot of these people I see are trying to get that monetization because they follow, so and so, that has millions of followers or so many thousand followers, and they think that that's the way to go. But I feel like are you still going to be able to keep your business going if that's all you're doing?
Yeah.
All right, so we're gonna hop on this topic called this or that. So here we go. I'm gonna throw these couple questions out to you guys, and I want honest answers, especially from you, Josh, because I know you. I know you make up answers. No, I'm joking.
I think I give them pretty fucking straight.
All right. So if you could, in your business, look into 5 days in advance into the future, or look into 5 years into the future, which would you do?
5 years. I mean, if you get to 5 days in 5 years, why not?
Well, yeah. I mean, why wouldn't you want to? I mean, I think 5 years is good, but I think I'd rather go 5 days because at least in 5 days what's you can change, to make your business go which way you want to go.
Is this
5 years? Yeah, you're going to see so much in the future. It's like, Is it really what made that change?
See, I would do 5 years because if you only get one shot to see the next 5 days, I'd rather see what is in the bigger picture ahead.
Okay.
You know what to look forward to, and you know if it's fucked up, I better change something now.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, if you don't know exactly what happened, I mean, you only see 5 years, and you're like, you're sitting on the side of the road, paying it for money. Then what do you do? I mean, you know that something happened in that point that you're sitting on the side of the road paying it for money.
That could be
Listen, the way business is going right now, I might be there anyway, so it don't fucking matter.
You know what? Now that you say that, I'm going to 5 days because that could be like that 5 years could be like I'm not prepared to see that.
Right. I mean, that pushes Josh up to 50 by then, so
Yeah.
Close.
Close enough. Close
Still
enough,
30s,
buddy.
brother.
I'll be
Still
holding
30s.
a cardboard sign saying we'll work for money.
He could be. I mean, you could be sitting there. So, all right, here we go. Would you rather drive a skid steer all the time from job to job, or would you rather be able to haul it around with a truck and trailer?
That's a good question.
Truck and trailer.
All right. So you're not going to drive the skid steer anymore?
Fucking skid steers suck to drive, dude. They're great for like the first hour, dude. I got bad knees, man. Like when I was like in my 20s, yeah. Now, dude, I'm like, no, fuck that shit.
I did a trailer too. Skid steers are too loud.
Yeah. Yeah, I think so. I mean, you bounce around a lot too. I mean, if you're on the road, I mean, you're going to bounce around like crazy. I mean, I've driven it for a long time, and I think it's bad on my back after so long sitting into it. So driving it around all the time, it would suck ass. I'll tell you that much. Okay. Josh, if you could eat pasta every day for the rest of your life, or you could have anything you want to eat for the rest of life, what would you do? Money's not. Yeah, if you could eat pasta every day for your life, that's all you could do, or you could have anything else that you wanted to eat.
Do they have to be the exact?
Money's not an issue. Money's not an issue.
Like,
when it
does
comes
the
to
pasta have to be? You have to eat that same pasta every single day.
Yeah.
And then the thing that you want to eat is you have to have that every single day.
No, you could have anything else every day from there on out.
Oh, fuck that.
Anything else?
Yeah.
Why?
Who the fuck wants to eat pasta every fucking day? Fucking 400 pounds and fucking.
You were always talking about pasta like about 6 months ago about pasta and gravy and sauce.
Yeah, but no. Back the fucking wheel up for a sec. I was talking about how fake ass fucking Italians call fucking pasta sauce fucking gravy. That was the fucking big thing. That's what it was.
Yeah,
I remember that because we were talking about the difference between ziti and penne, right?
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
But no, I'll be anything else. I like pasta, not that much.
Yeah, not that much. Okay. All right. Here we go. I know this one's going to throw you off because you talk with a Boston accent.
Me?
So if you could talk with a Minnesota accent the rest of your life, or a Texas accent,
Texas.
which would you?
Texas.
Texas? Why? Why?
Minnesotans, I don't know. They just sound like.
I don't even know what the Minnesotian accent is.
I don't
He
know.
kind
Either.
of has it. It's like there. How you doing there? It's
Doing
almost like
there?
it's like minor league Canadian accent.
Maybe. I mean, it's JC. Which would you do?
I'm gonna have
Do
to
you
go.
want to talk like this, or do you want to be like, "Hey, son, how you doing? Come over here, Texas Ranger shit, motherfucker."
Yeah, I want to be John Wayne.
John Wayne. So Texas, John
Yeah.
Wayne. You think? I think it would be better because at least your voice is going to be a little bit like more just like forceful. Minnesotans, I don't think are very forceful when they talk. So
See, if I had a Texas accent, I'd want to be like that guy from King of the Hill, that you can't understand what he says.
But
Boomhauer?
see, you could
Yeah,
talk like
Boomhauer.
Ricky. See, you could talk like Ricky or
Oh, man, going over here talking on accent over there,
oh my gosh, that is just
That's what I want.
oh. All right.
Oh, yeah, talking about that now, pasta over here, and having any type of food you want for the rest of your life, there, man.
Josh, would you want to live in a haunted house or live in a high expensive mansion?
I have to re-edit that question. Josh, would you rather live in a haunted house or in a nursing home?
He wants the nursing home.
I'll take the haunted house.
Didn't he know he's younger than everybody else there?
They give him Jello every day with the fruit in it.
Sponge baths and everything.
Yeah, but it smells like old people. So
I can't do that. Haunted house. Haunted house.
Haunted house. All right. Are you that definitely afraid of the old people or what?
I don't like people.
Well, we knew that, but
the ghosts will leave him alone.
Yeah.
ghosts leave him alone. I don't know about that.
Ghost of like this poor fucking guy. Jesus Christ. Leave him alone. He'll be here soon enough.
Oh yeah. Would you rather be famous or be forgotten when you die?
I'm already forgotten.
I was gonna say, oh yeah, brother. Fucking.
Oh my gosh. Oh, so you guys would rather be forgotten? Okay.
Dude, I forget who I am. So half the time.
You're
Well, I don't
JC.
know. I'm gonna go down that fucking road.
Josh is like an international star over in England or something.
Josh was a ghost.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, until he went down to New Orleans and then he became back to himself.
All right, let's touch upon that topic. Josh,
Sure.
do you really think that there is such thing as haunted houses?
No. I believe in energy and shit like that, but no, the ghosts and shit like that.
Okay. What kind of energy do you believe in? Crystal
I don't
energy, rock energy, like just energy and
like spiritual energy or like energy you put off or things that may have happened in an area in the past get absorbed into like the fucking household or something. I'm not necessarily like it's like a vibe. Like, you go into a house that there was a fucking massacre or something gory and horrible happened. I feel like you kind of get a feel or vibe off that,
right. So did you feel that when you came into that house that you live now?
Definitely got some vibes off it, yeah, but nothing negative,
Nothing negative. Okay. So when you were looking at houses, have you ever gone into a house and had like that negative energy feeling?
Dude, I did like a lot of like some real estate stuff years ago, and
Right.
you kind of go into like maybe like some like low income areas where like you look at a house and you can kind of tell the type of people, the type of family, not to be like discriminative or anything, but I mean, kind of, fucking looks like a duck, quacks like a duck, and you definitely get like just vibes off a place of like some eerie shit that may have happened, like you walk into a room, you see certain things or whatnot, but.
Okay. JC, do you feel that there's energy? Spiritual energy, like demonic energy, like I feel there is. I mean, I hate to say it, but I mean, I brought my grandmother that died and we brought her back from California in a box and we flew and all that stuff, but she used to smoke. And I'll tell you what, when we got back here, she was in her house before I gave her to my parents and I could smell smoke, like cigarette smoke, for like probably a week. And that's weird to me to be able to smell it.
I don't know how to answer that, man, because it's like,
it's one of those things, right?
I mean, the energy could be like in your own mind, or is it coming from the source? You know what I mean?
Right.
Well, it's like when you're dealing with the person, like you can feel, like you can kind of read off a person's energy when they walk in a room, right? Like
Right.
you know how to kind of read people yourself, right? So it's not just like mannerisms and body language all the time, but you can kind of get a feel of a person when they're fucking sitting there and how they feel and what they're giving off.
Yeah. So you're saying like if something happened in a house a long time ago, that energy's still there.
Yeah, yeah. And some of it can be so for instance, right, in North Andover last week, there was a woman that was dealing with I think she was like schizophrenic, and she was dealing with postpartum depression, and she stabbed her baby, tried to kill the baby, and then killed herself. So murder, suicide. The baby died at the hospital. So I drive by this thing every day. You know, you look at the house and you know it's eerie. But again, I knew something happened there, so it's going to get off. So I think if you knew something happened there, that's different because your mind plays tricks with you. But I've also been in places, again, going back to the real estate stuff, where you walk into like these crack houses and you're like, all right, something could happen here, but you look around and then you go back and you find fucking, murder, suicide, or fucking, a guy killed his wife and his kids in the house. You definitely get a feel off something. Bad vibes, bad energy, whatever you want to call it.
Right. Interesting. Very interesting.
Yeah, I can see that, I guess.
I feel like there is some stuff, but it's hard to explain. I mean, yeah, it like you said, going into certain places, you can feel a difference, and I think makes a big change, big thing that there is energy out there. So I feel like there could be ghosts out there, Yeah.
Who are you gonna call though?
I don't know. I haven't figured that one out yet. I mean, I've watched like 5 movies, but I still can't figure out what the name is.
Beetlejuice.
Ghostbusters.
Oh, you never know, right? So, I mean, you guys both live near Salem. So, I mean, have you ever been to Salem and felt energy there?
Has. I could tell. Like, I don't even know that he's been there, and I could say for sure that he's been to Salem before.
Me?
Yeah.
Never been there.
Really?
Never been there?
I was there. I was there like 2 weeks ago.
Damn it!
I was there 2 weeks ago. So Salem's on the North Shore. We play on the North Shore. Some of the accounts we're doing are in Salem, Massachusetts.
Okay. Why didn't you call me? I would have went.
You can come up any time ago.
Okay. Sounds good. You better have a job when I get up there.
Yeah, right now is like the perfect time of the year to go up there because
fucking shit show.
Halloween and everybody
prime time.
Goes to Salem to the houses and stuff like that.
Yeah,
right.
That's what toys, all the toys. It's a nut house up there, man. From yeah, he's right. So from now until Halloween, it's a fucking shit show up there. And like Salem State just started too. Salem State's right there, so it's like forget it. Like we have 2 or 3 commercial. We have 1 in Salem and 2 just outside of Salem in Beverly and Peabody for maintenance accounts that we got to get in there. That's our meeting tomorrow is for North Shore, and that Salem area is how we work around that and timelines. Like you have to be there, after rush, like that 3-hour window between rush hour and afternoon, get in and get out.
Wow. That's packed. I mean, that's got to be really hard for you guys to juggle that as a company to try to get in and out, because that is
you can't screw around because you don't want to get stuck in traffic up there.
Oh heck no, dude! I mean, probably the time to get back out too. I mean, you got to get it if you've got a commercial there, you got to hurry up and get out of before it gets rushed hour.
Yeah, not as pressed right now, but going in the next couple of weeks, it's going to get worse.
Right, especially when it comes to leaves and stuff. If you got leaves that you're gonna have to do up there. That's going to be probably real fun.
Justin, you say you've never been to Salem before?
No.
Ah, dude. If you actually answer your fucking phone, then I'm going to bring you up there one day.
My phone's always on.
If I get you outside your house. Get you outside your fucking house.
Yeah. That's one thing. I do stay home.
Yeah. You're in your house all the time. Come on.
I got a story that will follow. My daughter's in the next room, but my wife and I had gone to Salem a few weeks ago. and I can't talk about it right now because it's not child friendly. But we had kind of an odd proposal brought up to us by some vampires. So I'll bring it up on another episode.
All right,
Okay.
that's a great another question. Are vampires real?
No,
Yes.
I mean batshit crazy people. Yeah, like
I feel they're real.
You're telling me there's like dudes that put themselves vertically in a box, only come out at night and count to 5.
Yeah. Yep, they count to 5 every day.
but there's vampirism, but the
They,
people
they live on Sesame Street too in New York.
1
and they speak with the Minnesota accent. They don't do the whole fucking thing.
One ha ha ya ya.
Yeah, what? Hi, y'all. I don't fucking know.
I don't know it either. I mean, I feel like there is in a way, but I don't know. I think there are certain things that that is real, and a lot of some of that stuff is just old folklore, and a lot of the old folklore is totally all incorrect, anyways.
What about werewolves? You
I don't
really
know.
think about that one?
I don't know. That one's kind of hard to. I mean, I can tell
Jackson
people.
was a werewolf.
Yeah. Josh, you know any werewolves?
No.
Okay.
He was before he went to the barber.
Yeah. Oh. All right. So you believe in ghosts. You don't believe in werewolves. You don't believe in vampires. And I know we touched on aliens before, so we know that you believe aliens are real,
Yeah, for sure.
and all the stuff in the deep ocean is real, right?
Yeah.
Well,
Okay.
we don't know what's in the deep ocean, right?
I don't know.
Whatever's out there is real, obviously. Like,
I mean, yeah. I think that there's stuff that is right and what is weird. I don't know. Okay, so if you believe in aliens, have we been to the moon and stuff?
yeah, absolutely.
Okay. So you don't feel that that's a conspiracy theory that we never stepped on the moon?
I'm sure the first moon landing, like there might be some like validity behind that, but I think since then we've been to the moon plenty of times. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. JC, what do you think?
Are
True
you
or
asking
false?
if I think the moon landing was real?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that was real.
Okay. Okay.
I mean, didn't that guy Buzz Aldrin like punch somebody for claiming it wasn't real?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it was real. I mean, it's hard because I think a lot of the evidence that they show is kind of like iffy. But I think, like you said, I think it's real, but like in a way, like what Josh is saying, I feel some of it was kind of scripted to kind of show. Because I mean, how do you have that good of a quality on a video back then that you didn't? That sometimes you don't have the quality right now.
But the landing was real, but then like
Right.
the actual coverage of it was
Right.
was done in the studio because like I think it gets like I think there's a misconception is like what the purpose behind faking it was, and I think it was because it was a whole like beat communism type thing. Like Russia already had their plans and like set them out as the Soviet Union had their plans like we're going to the moon, this is it, and the U.S. was like, all right, we're already fucking on the way there, but we're gonna make sure that we put our foot down and show that we've been there and how. But yeah, it's like if you go by like how live TV was back then versus you on another fucking planet somewhere and you got like a perfect fucking reception to view it in what
Right.
the fucking 50s.
Right, in the 50s, and now it takes it takes time to actually see the actual footage, and the footage is not that good of a quality compared to back then it was, so it's like I mean there's a lot of things. I think that's a good topic we can touch on another time of conspiracy theories on different things, because I know Josh has got a lot of conspiracy theories on everything. So does JC. So Chupacabra, yeah, I don't think they're real. Sorry. Okay, here we go. I got this one. This is what I want to throw out to you. And Oh, what the heck are they called? I see it every once in a while pop up, and they're in the mountains, and they call them either mountain men or
Canadians.
no, not Canadians. No, it was. I bet it's popping up, and it's like these people are looking for these things in like Arizona, and they or gnomes. No, not gnomes.
You know, like the hills have eyes type people, or
Yeah, they're saying that there's these weird people like this, like transforming people that are
like
out there.
mutant type people.
Yeah.
So the hills have eyes. If you've seen the hills have eyes, it was based off like villages that were living in villages of people that were living around Area 51 that refused to leave because the government told them to leave, stayed, and basically a new breed, a species of people was developed because of the radiation that they were exposed to, and that changed their DNA. And when they reproduced, they came out to form fucking little minions running around.
Right. So
No,
I don't think they're out there.
No,
I can't say that I believe him because I had never really heard of it before.
Okay.
Other
I'll
than the movie.
have to when one pops up, I'll send it to you, JC.
I think that if that was a scenario, I think the government would shut that down real quick and fucking destroy any evidence of it or people of it. I don't think you would know about it.
Josh, does the government have alien bodies?
Yes.
I believe
Yes.
so. I really do. I mean, there's a
I think
lot
people
of
underestimate how advanced our government is in how their science development, how advanced it is, and what they know and what they like, where they are. Like, I think everybody's like, oh, China, Japan are so far advanced with like technology and stuff. I think the U.S. government has a fucking handle on a lot of shit. Knows a lot more than we can even fathom that they know.
Oh yeah, there's a lot. I mean, they were very. I hate to say it, but I know like the Blackbird was very hush hush for many years, and it was already in production and hid in Area 51 beforehand. So I feel like there's a lot of stuff that's still in Area 51 that we don't know about. That's very advanced. Like Josh is saying that they know, they have the aliens, they have anything that they need, and they're just not going to release it. So
Do you think that our technology was created from what we learned, from what the government learned from the aliens? Like our airplanes, like we learned it because we have an alien spacecraft, so we reinvented.
I never thought of that, but that's actually that's a fucking
It could be,
interesting handle to think about. Yeah,
I mean, if you look at some of the aircrafts, I mean, we just went to one of the Air Force museums, and there's periods where some of the aircraft is way more advanced than what was out there that was still getting produced. So it kind of makes you wonder what if they've known for years on a lot of that stuff. So, I mean, yeah.
Listen, if you take the religion, and I don't want to turn this into a fucking debate, but if you take religion out of evolution and pay attention to the science, how is it not a fact that there can't be any other cities, like any other living organism or being anywhere in the fucking universe or the galaxies or anything like that? Like take the religion aspect out of it and follow the facts and how the human race was created and different species of Earth were created. You're gonna tell me this is the only fucking place that has technology, or they might not look like you and I or sound like you and I, but there's not some other fucking world or universe out there that's similar.
You imagine if there was a world that everybody looked and talked like Josh
with different accents.
It was just a world of all Joshes.
Hello, senor. My name is Josh.
They come here and they find Josh, and he's like the king.
Yeah, they'd be like, "What? Who is this guy?
You're our savior."
Oh, I don't know. That would be weird. I'll tell you that much. It'd be definitely weird. But I mean, there could be. Who knows? Probably on Earth 313 or something. Who knows?
No, I mean, I agree with Josh. This universe is just we're a freaking granular of sand on a beach.
Yeah.
But like, what's after space? Like, what holds space up?
Space.
Yeah, like it has to be contained, right?
But that's what I mean. There's so much unknown. Like,
Right.
And this is where I sound like a fucking conspiracy theorist. Like, how do you know there aren't like galaxies and galaxies of people that know about us, but we don't know about other people? You know,
Like, is
they
there a
watch us.
wall? Like, do you get to the end of space and there's like a wall, or is it like a corner, or like
Yeah.
it tells you go like GPS tells you to go take a U-turn?
Probably. I mean, I think it's from what I feel like it's never ending. Just like in Star Wars, where there was planets upon planets, and then it just keeps going into galaxies and galaxies, and that's probably it's out there. I mean, they've proven that there's other galaxies out there. Like Josh said, there's other planets, and there's probably other civilizations that are evolved, and we just don't know it because we don't have the technology to go that far. And even sometimes to go, I mean, think of how long it takes our spaceship right now to go to like Jupiter and all that, years upon years. So I mean, that's going to take 100 years, 200 years before we'll even know what's out there.
But that's like you could have other planets that are like dinosaurs. Because imagine if that asteroid never hit Earth, right? Does the human race exist today? Or do you have different species and different styles of dinosaur or animals running around?
I'd love to see you as a T-Rex, Josh. That's what I'd love to see you as.
Wow.
And Jesse James over there said, "There's nothing wrong with asking questions. The term conspiracy theorist shouldn't be a derogatory term. It's just asking questions. That's all it is." So, I mean, I don't think there's nothing wrong with asking and saying what we think.
Sounds like a true conspiracy theorist.
Yes. Thank you, Jesse.
I ain't crazy.
You guys ever watch a show back when you were kids, Unsolved Mystery?
Fucking love that.
Yeah.
And the dude, the host was like the scariest fucking guy in the show.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's definitely one of those shows.
This is Unsolved Mysteries.
That guy was scary.
Yes, he was.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we had a good talk, guys. Thank everybody for watching us and listening in to us. Thanks everybody on Instagram, everybody on YouTube, Facebook, anywhere you're watching us. Keep listening to us on Spotify and anywhere else you're listening to us. Thank you guys for listening to us. Josh, JC, it's always been a pleasure. It's been awesome tonight. I think we had some good conversation. Josh, I really think your answers were wrong, but I'm just gonna just say yes. We're good on what you answered.
Think about this: there could be aliens listening to this podcast.
They are. They're in my backyard right now. They're digging a hole for me. So just to let you know.
That's right. You're in a fucking cornfield. You got all sorts of weird shit going on.
Yeah. We have a circle in the middle of the cornfield next to us. I mean, it's all right.
Here's a cornhole.
Yeah, we call it cornhole.
I got abducted by aliens and then gay.
Yeah. All right, guys. Well, thank you for listening. We'll see you guys next week on Sunday. It'll be either nighttime, morning. You never know when we'll be back on, but it was a great show. Thank you guys for listening to Landscaping to the Point, and thank you to our sponsor, Cujo, for some great shoes. And